Good afternoon. Today we'll be talking to the manager of defending champions of the Nigerian Premier Football League. Yes, Rangers International, who won the league title last season. But this is not just any manager. He is the manager of the season by the league blogger and, of course, 54 Footballers Awards last season, and also the official Nigerian Premier Football League manager of the season, who most recently, along with his very good friend Daniel Gumode of Remo Stars, got called up by the national team to go assist the interim manager, Austin Eguavoen, to serve the Super Eagles in Uyo and Kigali, Rwanda, for their African Cup of Nations qualification games against Benin Republic and Rwanda. Please welcome the man who will take charge of Rangers International tomorrow in their second round preliminary game against Angolan outfit, Sagrada Esperanca. Welcome, Fidelis Ilechukwu.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Okay, so coach, let's start like this. How's the flight back from Kigali? From the game against Rwanda. Let's not even talk about the game first of all. Let's talk about the person sitting down here. How did everything go? Did you love the city? Was the food good? You had a good time.
Yeah, it's great one, great experience. National team is totally different from club side. Super Eagles is a big team, a very organized team. Nigerian team can't compare it with state team or compare it with any Nigerian club side. So the experience was totally different from what we used to, have around our clubs and everything. And I thank God for that.
Okay. Now, the first question I'm going to ask you this afternoon is how did you feel being recognized as a professional that could contribute to the strength of the national team in one way or another? Something you've always wanted to happen.
Yeah, I feel good. I feel good. I'm so happy about that. And my family, the management of Rangers International, my fans, everybody around us are very, very happy because it's something that I am not expecting, coming so soon. But we thank God that God gives us that advantage and the opportunity. So I'm happy about that.
Now, the next question: do you think that the appointment of you and Daniel Ogumodele was as a result of the fact that the two of you were the best coaches overall in the league last season?
I don't know the criteria, but it's important because I think the legal body make their decision. So that decision, I don't think. I think winning the league is good. Daniel too have been consistent for 2 seasons, finishing second position. So I've also done that with MFM and Plateau United winning league here. I think it's something that we merit to, because most times people believe that no good coach in local, no good local coach that is going to handle Super Eagles or something of that nature, which is not true. I think being there is not a new thing to me because players are playing in Super Eagles. I still have players coach that are their mates. Talk about so many of them that are in the same class that are playing in other clubs too, that we managed when we are coaching in some other clubs. So that is it.
Which Daniel merited the call up. You also merited the call up. He's been runner up in the NPFL for 2 seasons, and you also have the same similar statistic. You runner up with MFM and Plateau United. He was runner up with Remo Stars twice, but you won the league last season. It tells people, even if you don't follow the league, that the both of you, despite the fact that we know you're friends, you still have this internal competition because you guys always inspire yourselves to be better than the other person. But how was it like putting all these competition aside, coming together to bring two great minds to support one team and push that team forward, the Super Eagles?
So, I think we have a close relationship. There'll be more than 10 years from now, when when I was managing the MFN Football Club, Daniel was in Remo Stars, and he has been long in Remo Stars when I was in MFM too, so we are very close friends. And also, we have a very close philosophy. Only different thing is formation is just different. Is a coach that goes with 3-5-2 always, while I go with 4-3-3 always. Apart from that, we talk on phone, we communicate well, discuss beyond football. So we are very good friends.
Okay. Now, I think everyone would love to know this. It's a very straightforward question. What was it like working with Austin Eguavoen? The relationship you have with the manager and the ideas he has as well. Tell us everything that happened.
Honestly speaking, before I don't want to talk about Super Eagles, as assistant coach of the team, it's not always good. You talk when you're, except if the boss give you the order to talk. But I think, but based on the relationship, Austin Eguavoen is a father, is a mentor, is a teacher, is a coach, very good coach. He's too open. Is when I got the appointment, someone called me that coach, be free to express yourself to Austin Eguavoen because he's a very good person. And I said, okay, that's no problem. He's a coach who open up his heart, a coach who is straightforward, a coach who wants to listen what you want to say. He wants everybody to contribute. Then he make his final decision. So many people will not give you that chance to talk. Being you believe that one, you are new to the system, two, you are young, because people so much believe age is an experience. But also, Eguavoen case was different. He didn't see us that way. He gave us that opportunity to express ourselves. And also, he's so humble. He's so free. He's a coach you can walk to anytime and discuss things that have to do with the team success and some other things. So, to me, that's why it's always good when you don't judge people from a distance. So that is good, and we love him. We're happy so far for the opportunity and everything, for the also the recommendation for him and everything. That's a good one. Personally love him as a coach because he's a good person.
And did you maybe perhaps pick up one or two things from the way Coach Austin plays that you think, yeah, I would want to add this to the way I play next season, this season?
Yes, there's so many things to learn anytime you find yourself in a new place. More than 10 things. I'll start from the team organization. The training section preparation is totally different. The mindset, the communication, because they are big boys. Austin Eguavoen make the communication so easy for them. Everybody will feel free, even the players, to express themselves. That's my philosophy in coaching too, because when people get the freedom to talk, that means they're going to give you everything. That means they're going to deliver for you. But when there's that kind of a little, being afraid or little bossy or something of that nature, they start seeing if they can't express themselves. Maybe they can't even talk to you or discuss things with you. But Eguavoen case is different. Also, Eguavoen case is a top coach. Is so the team organization, the team tactics. There are so many things I learned in Super Ego from him. I think I'm going to add in moving forward in my coaching career. That's why it's always good when you meet people, you just humble yourself and learn one or two things from them. What things are many that I can talk about maybe in future.
You want to give us an insight on what you pick. Would you say it's defensive or offensive in your approach now from the tactics you've picked up from Austin? Would you say the way he handles his midfield or the way he organizes defense or a thing about his attacking style of play? Just give us an insight to what we can expect.
Austin Eguavoen is good all around. He's good all around. He's good all around. His tactics, his method. Most important thing is I so much love his way of impartation. Some people are good, but they don't have the skills of impartation. They don't have that kind of ability to impart in people's life. So you see them doing something, but you find out that there's no improvement in things they are doing because they don't have the skills of impartation. So Austin have that kind of quality. Austin Eguavoen is a father, talking to you. If you don't give him the best, I don't think you can give the best to anybody because he's so humble and he's so free. And one of the biggest advantage of a coach when you get that skills to impart in people's life. And two, one, he has been there.
Yeah.
He played the game to the highest level.
Yeah.
manage the clubs. I knew him very well when he was managing COD. I was with MFM. We trained after COD training section. So I've known Eguavoen for yes, for more than 10 years. Now, I think he managed COD. We're using the same training piece. So I've knew him in calmness, in humbleness, and everything. So it wasn't thing of today, but I've not been so close like that apart from this one I will work under him, and I saw some things different you can see in some other coaches. He's so humble. Sitting around him is to me is a privilege, and I'm so happy about that.
And I feel like tactical minded Nigerians will want to know this one because it's not something that you just sit down and just think about. It's something that happens when you give a deep thinking into it. You mentioned the contradiction in style of play between you and your good friend Coach Daniel Gumodede. You are a much more flair and advancing attacking manager, and Coach Daniel is much more of a, let's say, formation wise, he looks defensive, 3-5-2. If you look at it, 3-5-2, first thing that comes to your mind is five defenders, and it's five defenders that's playing. So the conflict, attacking manager, defending manager coming together and then going to Austin Eguavoen, who used to play with Nigerians, expecting him to play a 4-4-2, 4-3-1, more like the kind of football you play. But then against Benin, we saw defensive football. Can you tell us what happened behind the scenes and how you guys came to the fact that okay, you know what, let's go with a 3-5-2, let's go with a 3-4-3, let's continue what Pesero used to do at the AFCON, and how did Fidelis Ilechukwu football, come into all of this? And do you think Coach Daniel was a major, decider in the way that Coach Austin wanted to play against Benin and against Rwanda?
Yeah, everything that is happening in Super Eagle, Austin Eguavoen is the technical advisor. Our only just support. So whatever you say, just we have to support. We are just support staff to me as far as I'm concerned. We can make a decision for him. Is there we are there to look at the little we can contribute, but believe me, he's open-minded person. Everything that is happening to Super Ego, the decision is from Austin Eguavoen. We are there to support him, and he has been a good father who will want to listen to your idea. I don't want to look as if maybe we have done much, or because of things are happening because we join Austin Eguavoen. No, without us, Eguavoen will still get a very good result for Super Eagles because he's a masterclass of everything, and that is the truth.
Now we want to know how your first game felt like, your first game in charge of or with the national team. How would you describe that 3-0 win against Benin? Did you feel so much joy in your heart? And what was it like on the bench? Because we saw your movement on the bench. You were making, very, very decisive, tactical advices to Coach Austin, to Coach Daniel. And then the dance, when Osimhen scored that goal. You brought your dance from when you won the title to the national team. We all love seeing a happy Fidelis Ilechukwu. So just tell us about that game, because I feel like that game is the highlight of your career so far.
Yeah, yeah. To me, I'm so happy that day because we have a little time before that game. Prepare with a little time, and so winning that game 3-0 is kind of to me. I don't know when last I was happy like that. Maybe it was when I won the league. I was so happy, because Super Eagles lost in Benin. The same Benin coming, and the two looking at Genetro, the former coach of Super Eagles.
Yeah.
So I think so many things that surround the game, and believe that it's going to be a difficult game, and with Austin Eguavoen will be able to as class Benin here in Oyo to show that Super Eagles has a top class quality. All those things are experience that Austin Eguavoen brought into Super Eagles, especially manners of talking to players.
Yeah.
Players, people give you the best when you have the skills to manage them. People give you the best when they get the freedom to speak. People give you the best when they see a place like home. With that, they have to fight and give you the best. So I think everything that happened that day, we are just support staff to Austin Eguavoen as far as I'm concerned, no matter what. He's a good coach before we came, and also a good coach even without us or with us. So we are there to contribute one or two things to make things move forward. So believe me, I'm so happy about the game.
Coach, obviously, I don't want to do too much because we hear from the head. The head himself has spoken. And like you've been saying, he came there to assist Coach Austin, you and your friend, Coach Daniel, and you guys together with the neck. So, since we've heard from the head, let's hear from the neck that supports the head. What happened, Coach, against Rwanda? What would you want to tell us that maybe did not work well? What do you feel probably should have gone well that did not go well in that game?
Like I used to say, I can't say anything without talking about the quality of Austin Eguavoen. If you watch the Rwanda game very well, you will see that the difference between us and Rwanda was the chances that we did not convert. We create more chances in Rwanda than against Benin, but converting it just the football the way I see it, because our players are top class players, and we can talk things that is not good about them because they did not score goal. They're the one that used to score goal before, and I still believe that they have the capacity and the ability. One is the pitch is not in good condition. If you watch the game, even the referee was falling down a very slippery pitch, and when they're around the box, they struggle to, you need to balance well to do finishing, and that's going to take away some tactical or technical movement from you. So that's what I was feeling, that is the cause that apart from the pitch, everything was ready that day. We were good to go. The sub, the starting, and everything was so good in the team. But it's one of those things that happen in football. I believe that the team will get better the way Austin Eguavoen, talk to the players that is so much believe in what they can do, and why we get better and what we are going to achieve in the next other games that we're expecting to handle.
Okay, Coach, you are somebody who loves hard work. You have talked about hardworking players, and we've known your philosophy as somebody who rewards hardworking players. In your time with the Super Eagles, because now we want to talk about the players, can you name one, two, or maybe three, or maybe if you can stick with one, which players' work rate impressed you the most in training? Or which have a group of players you want to mention that they perform more than any other person?
Seriously, there is no lazy player in Super Eagle camp. I can say it anywhere, from captain to the last person in Super Eagle camp is hardworking. Because we most time our advanced team will go ahead and say the prepare the training ground before players will come. You see that these guys are serious. You know, the way people talk about them outside is totally different from what is happening inside. They are so humble. The character wise, the training sections, way that we are new, that just came, there's nothing. We unite the behavior as if me and Daniel has been in Super Eagle for more than 10 years with them. That kind of people, ordinarily they're supposed to be this one just come or something of that nature, but those players just mingle with us. Unity with Austin Eguavoen, that kind of person. He told us that we should try and embrace ourselves, try to talk to ourselves, that we should feel free, have one-on-one discussion with the players, because of the kind of person he is. From the captain of the team, Ekong, to me, he's a king of hard work. He's so much in humble attitude, everything, discipline, everything. I was so surprised seeing things happening in camp, training timing, everybody inside the bus before the time. For motor we leave, training section, closing time, inbox, going home, coming back, time for dinner, time for breakfast, and time for lunch and everything. You will see everybody come down. That shows that they have the right attitude. And to me, it's not only on the pitch, attitude and discipline and all the rules in camp, they kept it 100%. That is why you see all those success.
Coach, this one is the final question from the Super Eagles because we have done too much about the Super Eagles. You were in camp with two of, let's say, the hottest players in African football, the African Player of the Year, and the only African to be nominated for the Ballon d'Or. Now, in quick sentence, what did you notice about Victor Osimhen and Ademola Lookman? Something that you feel every player should have this. Something that made them outstanding. Not like they are better than the players in camp, obviously, but the fact that one of them is African Player of the Year and the other one is nominated for Ballon d'Or. What did you see inside these players? I said, I see why this one is African Player of the Year. I see why this one is nominated for Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, they are very work hardened players like every other player in camp. They are too good. They are working so much. You see the right attitude in them because football is all about attitude. Whatever you give to football, football will give you back. That's how football is. You know, Osimhen is very hardworking player. Even at the bench, you see him start pushing. Always want to win. Always want results. You know,
That's why we're so happy for him when he scored that goal.
yes. I mean, I was so happy. I was so happy because um before that game, he came late in the camp,
Yeah.
and because of hard work,
Mm.
he still forced that he wants to train, even when he's supposed to rest because of fatigue.
Mm.
That's only few people can have that kind of attitude, mentality. We are even looking how we rest him to rest and jog. Osimhen stay train after how many hours from Turkey to Nigeria.
So what you're saying that if it was down to the coaching crew, you would have wanted Victor to rest that day.
No, I'm just saying I'm trying to explain the kind of person he is. Ordinarily, some players we love to rest
Okay.
because of the fatigue. Although see me start training section that day and finish training section that day with the players, even when we feel that he's supposed to rest. That's to show you the kind of Osimhen being an African best player, I think it shows that it's by merit, total 100% hard work. Likewise, Lookman is at least playing with injury, but you want to know to show you how he valued Nigeria, how serious he's taking super egos and even score goals, mark fast on the ball and everything. So they are great guys.
Okay. So, coach, now we've finally left Super Eagles camp. Let's come back to Nigeria now. I want to throw this one quickly and now run to the match that happens tomorrow. We didn't have a chance to talk about this against El Kanemi, opening game of the season. How did Rangers not get the result that Fidelis Ilechukwu would have wanted? Because we know Rangers to be Rangers, not making it look like El Kanemi didn't play well. But what happened in that game, coach?
Yeah, in that game, Economy was a better team. I think they was better team. They supposed to win the game. They're supposed to win the game because but Jaffet was superstar that day on the post. Make a lot of saves for Rangers International. The truth is if you know the truth in football, it will help you grow.
Yeah.
I won't defend Rangers because I'm manager of Rangers. It's one of the game that we are very lucky to go with 1 point, and it's a game that since I was coaching, it's a game that after the game I was so happy because of the 1 point because I know the value of 1 point because I think Academy did better in second half. Also in between the first half also. But I think why they don't win that game, I think they sit back, with the champion spirit in us. They don't want to come out. You understand me? They sit back, try to monitor things we are doing and how we are going to everything before the game ended. That kind of thing. And we take the positive also. Also work in our deficiency to make sure that Rangers get better. Another thing is people expectation are so high in Rangers being the team that won the league. People are believing, people are expecting very high. Like I told them, they should lower their expectation for the Rangers, because Rangers is just a team like every other team. Losing so many players, bringing new players, is something that they must understand. But expecting the Rangers is like lion, fighting puppy dogs is not possible because it's Nigerian league. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, and you got the chance to play against Ali Zubairu, who then got the chance to be promoted to under 20 national team manager. Can you tell Nigerians firsthand about that man and what they can expect from a person who you played in the first match of the season?
Asbar is a good coach. He's a top coach. If you follow his antecedent and everything, you will agree with me that he's one of the best youngest coach in Nigeria as well. From Gombe, working with Mekaba and also, when you have Mekaba philosophy, it must be good. It must be good because uh, lion don't born a chicken,
Yes.
If you follow the basic quality of Mekaba, you see those attitude in Aruzubari to show you that they have worked, spent so many years. And when a coach add his personal quality in what he learned from his boss, it's going to be a great one, So I prepared free academy game knowing full well that Zubari is very, very good coach, and so that is it. And giving him under 20, I think by merit, he has the quality. I believe that under 20 will do very, very well. So he's a good coach, good coach. Yeah.
Let's talk about the one that people are waiting for. Rangers against Sagrada Esperanca. First leg, second round preliminary game, CAF Champions League. Team news, coach. Is every player fit and ready for the fixture?
Yes. We are ready to go. We are good to go. We have prepared for the game very, very well. Have
No injuries.
no. Everybody is good to go. Everybody is okay.
Against Sagrada Esperanca, last time we spoke to you about your games in the CAF Champions League and wherever you play against, you said this important thing. You are never not prepared for a game. You always monitor the opponent and you are on track. You have a team. And Rangers, and anywhere you go, you make a provision for a team. So can you tell us that that has continued and are you very much prepared for Sagrada?
We are prepared very, very well. We knew their team very well. Very smart team. Have some fast players from side. Operate from side always. Have very good wingers and have also good players in middle and defense line. Is a team that has so much quality and a team that prepare for the games and everything. You understand me? I know they are 100% ready for this game. Likewise, we are ready also. What I'm working on our team to make sure that we convert our chances because we're gonna create the chances. It's very, very possible. Even against Barcelona, we'll create chances. And because we have the quality, we have the method, just we are working to convert the chances. There is no team in the world who will not create chances against. Isn't chances against. I've not seen that team before. No matter how team is good, because we know how to do that. We are just want to make sure that we finish well. That's the most important thing because for past 3 games now, struggle for goals. I'm a bit worried about that. Most times I don't sleep very well because as a coach, playing almost 3 games, the Comoros in home score 1 goal, and second leg score 1 goal again. Against the Academy no goal in 90 minutes. I'm a bit worried about that, and I've been training, working so much out in converting chances, And when team is playing without scoring, the team will not be a team. The team will not be a good team because football is all about goals. So that's we are just personally praying that luck smile at us tomorrow, so that we can also play well and also score goals.
We already asked you about your challenges in the last game in the CAF Champions League against US Liverpool. We've talked about that, but I think what we want to know now is heading into the game tomorrow. Do you think that last season's midfielder of the season is ready now? Because in the last game against US Liverpool, I think everybody who saw the game felt that Kazim Ugule, maybe there was just something not Kazim about him enough. He was not 100%, and it's not normal we see, but he was taken off in the game. So you think next time he's ready, he's starting, or okay, let's not talk about starting tomorrow, but is he? You think everything's okay now for the player? And what happened in that game?
Yeah, Kazim is not going to start tomorrow. I want to talk about tomorrow. Kazim is not going to start tomorrow, and it's good we say the true settings, the way things are, I wasn't around for past 1 week with the team. I was with Super Eagles, and then Kazim before our game will come around. Kazim not supposed to play the game at all because he was just coming from injury, and I was like, I believe that slow and steady. Maybe doctor have discussion with doctor of at least 40 minutes game is okay. Our plan is enter like 20 minutes like we did in first game. The next game play like 40-45 minutes, then remove him in that situation. We didn't have a good game. When I left join Super Eagle, and that was that the academy has not been okay. I think we need more rest, more treatment, and everything. So actually, he's back. You understand me? But I don't want him to, start the game considering what happened last time, not being 100%. I can still tell you that he's not 100% now, ready for the game. But it's possible. We brought him inside. I was with him yesterday in training sections yesterday, and yeah, he had a very good game yesterday. So that's giving me the insight of what is going to happen when coming from the bench. Maybe you look at if his opportunity was there for him. Maybe probably in second half we'll see what we can do to bring him in, considering the game situation. So that is it.
Okay. Okay, and what's left right now is heading into the next game tomorrow. Sabela Esperanca. Coach, we talked about this before as well. In the first round, you don't have a problem. You've been flawless in the first round. In the MFM, your first round was not so much of a challenge. I mean, it was a challenge, but you scaled through it. At Plateau United, first round, no problem. At Rangers, first round, no problem. But in the second round, coach, I think if you were to ask for a present for Christmas, you would want to make sure you make it past the second round. In your time at MFM, your first game you won 2-1 at home, but you reversed fixture 6-0, you lost 7 on aggregate. As Plateau United, you came close. You won 2-1 at home again as well. But away from home, let's say from a Nigerian point of view, a controversial penalty. I don't know if you want to go as well with that. But 2-2 on aggregate, you lost on away goals. Now against Sagrada Esperanca, you pick up lessons, home and away. Is this the time? And are you ready to make it?
Yes, if there's anything I'm asking God to do for me is to get Rangers to group stage. I think it's more important to me than defending the title. Very important to me because it's something that I'm working so much hard. It's kind of a yoke that we need to break it because whenever I remember all those hard work and things didn't work, I'm not always happy. That's the only thing I'm asking. I don't mind, you know, you know, getting Rangers in group stage or coach only in CAF Champions League while my assistants will work in CAF in Nigerian League. I don't mind. The way is to me, getting the team to group stage is like winning the trophy for me because the stress of getting there is not easy. The pressure, the tough situations and challenges is not always easy, and especially when you have a good preparation with the team and the way management also have done the best, and at the end of the day start struggling. So, what I think we can do, we have trained very well, prepare very well, score, do scoring programs and technical and tactical program to make sure that the players convert their chances. And every other thing is we just have to psych the boys up and keep the team on positive shape, keep the team on positive mentality to make sure that they prepare very well and have in mind that they have what it takes to win and they will fight to win. That is things we have done and will continue to do that this night. Or off the pitch job is what is remaining from Rangers, which is telling the boys how important in this game and how important for them to deliver this game very well and win convincingly because I let them know that You are Rangers of Nigeria, not Rangers of Enugu, because you are representing Nigeria. And with you, we must not lose hope. We must not lose our slot. I know what is on the ground, and although I'm a bit confident that we are positive and it's very very possible for this game. Then after this game, we will start planning about the next game.
If you do make it to the group stage, and from there, coach, be honest with us. Do you think Rangers can win the CAF Champions League?
It's good I talk about the group stage. Honestly speaking, I love when I take things
Step by step.
step by step. You understand me? If I make the group stage and I will tell you what is going to happen next. You understand me? So for any reason, for any advantage, for any benefit, and we'll find ourselves in group stage, believe me, you won't believe what is going to happen in Rangers. So I just want to, I don't want to have that high hope and keep people in suspense, believing or waiting. Or you understand me? I want to keep my eyes, my hope, and my focus on this game and see what we can achieve because it's very, very possible. And I think I've been in CAF games. I've gotten the experience. I know the antics and everything and the characters you see from teams. But I think it's 100% possible to cross it over.
Coach, we hope to see you after the game and when you are in the group stage as well. So that's all for now. My name is AJ. Of course, you can follow me on Twitter, Mr. Nigerian Football is handle at AJ Silva CFC. And of course, our producing officer and our administrator are behind the scenes as well at Silva Abba on Twitter, reporting for the Athletic NG as well. This is all for now. We'll catch you later on another episode of this very interesting interview. And by that time, of course, we'll be talking to a man who is in the group stage of the CAF Champions League. Bye for now.